Before we begin, take a breath, not a rushed one, a real one. Inhale deeply and slowly let it out, because what I'm about to say isn't just another motivational speech. This is a conversation with your soul. This is for the version of you that smiled in front of the world but cried in silence. This is for the nights you questioned your worth, your strength, your purpose. This is about turning pain into growth. This is about modify yourself. Pain is something we all know but few understand. Pain doesn't knock on the door politely, it breaks in, it comes uninvited. It comes as rejection, as failure, as loss, as betrayal. It comes when someone you trusted walks away. It comes when life doesn't go the way you planned. It comes when you give your best and still feel like it wasn't enough. And in those moments, pain whispers lies. It tells you that you are weak, that you are unlucky, that you are broken, that this is the end of your story. But listen carefully, pain is not the end, pain is the beginning. Every strong person you admire was once weak. Every confident soul you look up to was once insecure. Every successful life you envy was once full of confusion, tears, and doubt. The difference is not that they avoided pain. The difference is that they chose to grow from it. Pain has a purpose, not to destroy you, but to develop you. Think about it. Muscles don't grow without resistance. Diamonds don't form without pressure, and humans don't evolve without pain. The problem is, no one teaches us how to use pain. We're taught to escape it, hide it, numb it, or blame it. But pain isn't your enemy. Pain is your teacher. When life hurts you, it's asking you to change something. When something breaks your heart, it's making space for something stronger to grow. When you hit rock bottom, it's showing you the solid ground you can rebuild on. Rock bottom isn't a grave, it's a foundation. You didn't go through what you went through for nothing. Every sleepless night shaped your resilience. Every tear trained your emotional strength. Every disappointment sharpened your awareness. You may not see it now, but pain has been sculpting you into someone wiser, deeper, and stronger than you were before. Growth doesn't come from comfort. Comfort makes you settle. Pain makes you question, and questions lead to transformation. There was a time when you trusted too easily, loved too deeply, believed too blindly. And you paid the price. That pain taught you boundaries. It taught you discernment. It taught you self-respect. You didn't become cold. You became aware. There was a time when you failed and felt ashamed. When you thought, maybe I'm not good enough. But that failure wasn't proof of your weakness. It was proof of your courage because you tried, and trying is something most people never do. That failure gave you experience. And experience is more valuable than confidence borrowed from comfort. There was a time when you felt lost, directionless, empty, but in that emptiness, you were forced to listen to yourself, not the noise of society, not the expectations of others, but your own voice. Pain stripped away illusions and showed you what truly matters. Pain removes masks. Pain exposes truth. Some people come into your life as blessings. Others come as lessons, and some come as both. Not everyone is meant to stay. Some people are only meant to introduce you to a version of yourself you hadn't met yet. And when they leave, it hurts. But what remains is growth. Stop asking, why did this happen to me? Start asking, what is this teaching me? Because the moment you change the question, you change the direction of your life. You are not punished. You are being prepared. Prepared to handle more responsibility. Prepared to hold more success. Prepared to love more wisely. Prepared to stand stronger when life tests you again, because it will test you again. Pain doesn't disappear forever, but each time you face it consciously, it loses its power over you. Pain only destroys those who refuse to learn from it. Let me tell you something powerful. The pain you survived is proof that you are stronger than you think. If it was meant to break you, it would have, but you're still here, breathing, thinking, growing. That alone means your story isn't over. Don't rush your healing. Healing is not linear. Some days you'll feel strong. Other days, the memories will return like a storm. That doesn't mean you're failing. That means you're human. Growth is not about never feeling pain again. Growth is about not letting pain control who you become. You don't need to erase your scars. You need to understand them, because scars are not signs of weakness. They are signs of survival. The world may never know what you went through, the battles you fought in silence, the strength it took just to get up some mornings, and that's okay. This journey isn't about proving anything to the world. It's about proving something to yourself. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to change your mindset. You are allowed to choose peace over approval. You are allowed to become someone your past wouldn't recognize. Modify yourself, not because you hate who you were, but because you respect who you are becoming. Pain will try to keep you stuck in the past. Growth pulls you into the future. Pain says, remember what they did to you. Growth says, remember what you learned. Pain says, be afraid. Growth says, be prepared. Pain says, you're not enough. Growth says, you're becoming more. And here's the truth most people won't tell. Growth is lonely. When you start healing, you'll notice distance. People who benefited from your old version won't like the new boundaries. People who are comfortable with your silence won't like your voice. People who underestimated you won't understand your transformation. Let them misunderstand you. You didn't come this far to stay the same. The strongest people are not those who never fall. They are the ones who rise without becoming bitter. Bitterness is pain that refused to evolve. Wisdom is pain that learned its lesson. Choose wisdom. Use your pain as fuel. Let it drive you to discipline. Let it push you to self-respect. Let it motivate you to build a life so strong that your past can no longer haunt you. Channel your emotions into growth. Read, learn, train your mind, strengthen your body, guard your energy, invest in your purpose. You owe it to yourself. One day you'll look back at the version of you that almost gave up, and you'll feel proud. Proud that you didn't quit. Proud that you didn't let pain define you. Proud that you turned wounds into wisdom. And when that day comes, your story will inspire someone else who feels broken right now. Your growth will become someone else's hope. Your survival will become someone else's strength. That's how pain becomes purpose. So if you're hurting right now, don't curse the pain, listen to it, sit with it. Learn from it, then rise from it. Stronger, smarter, unstoppable. You are not here to be a victim of your past. You are here to be the architect of your future. Turn pain into growth. Turn struggle into strength. Turn wounds into wisdom. And from this moment forward, make a decision, not tomorrow, not someday, now. Decide to modify yourself. Decide to grow through what you go through. Decide to become the person your pain was preparing you to be. Because the same fire that burns can also forge steel. This is your moment. This is your transformation. This is modify yourself. And as you sit with these words, let something sink in deeply. Growth is not loud. Real transformation doesn't always come with applause, announcements, or instant results. Most of the time, growth happens quietly, in moments no one sees, in the moments when you choose not to react the way you used to, in the moments when you walk away instead of begging, in the moments when you stay disciplined even though motivation is gone. That is growth. Pain tries to rush you. It creates panic. It makes you feel like you need answers immediately, like you need to fix everything right now. But growth understands timing. Growth understands patience. Some wounds need time, not explanations. Some chapters need to close without closure. And that's one of the hardest lessons pain teaches you. You don't always get answers, but you still have to move forward. You won't always understand why things ended. You won't always know why people changed. You won't always see the reason behind the struggle. And yet, life keeps asking you one question. Will you stay stuck, or will you evolve? Pain becomes dangerous only when you carry it without purpose, when you replay the same memories without extracting the lesson, when you keep bleeding on people who didn't cut you, when you allow yesterday to sabotage tomorrow. Growth begins the moment you say, "This hurt me, but it will not control me." You may have noticed this already. After pain, you're not the same person. You see things differently. You hear things differently. You feel more deeply, but you tolerate less nonsense. That's not damage, that's discernment. Pain refines you. It strips away illusions and forces you to face reality as it is, not as you hoped it would be. And yes, sometimes reality hurts more than the lie, but the truth sets you free. You start realizing that not everyone deserves access to your energy. Not every battle deserves your reaction. Not every emotion deserves to be expressed. Pain teaches emotional intelligence. It teaches you when to speak, when to stay silent, and when to walk away with dignity. One of the most powerful shifts you'll experience is this. You stop asking others to understand you. You start understanding yourself. You stop chasing validation. You start building self-respect. You stop waiting for apologies. You start giving yourself closure, and that is freedom. Freedom is not the absence of pain. Freedom is the ability to move forward despite it. Freedom is waking up one day and realizing that what once broke you no longer controls you. Freedom is choosing peace over proving a point. There will be moments when old pain resurfaces unexpectedly. A song, a place, a memory, and for a second it feels like you're back at the beginning, but you're not. You're not the same person who experienced that pain for the first time. You are wiser now, stronger now, more grounded now. The pain didn't disappear, but you outgrew it. That's what growth looks like. Growth looks like choosing discipline when emotions beg you to escape. Growth looks like building habits instead of excuses. Growth looks like consistency when no one is watching. Growth looks like saying no without guilt. Growth looks like choosing yourself without apologizing, and let's be honest, this journey is not glamorous. Some days you'll feel powerful. Other days you'll feel tired of being strong. That doesn't mean you're failing. That means you're human. Strength is not pretending you don't hurt. Strength is feeling the pain and still showing up. You don't need to be perfect to grow. You just need to be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, what did this pain reveal about me? What patterns did it expose? What weaknesses did it show me that I can now work on? What strengths did it awaken that I didn't know I had? Because pain doesn't just show you what hurts. It shows you what matters. It shows you what you value. It shows you what you deserve. It shows you what you will no longer tolerate. And slowly, almost without realizing it, you begin to build a different life. A life based on clarity instead of confusion. A life based on standards instead of desperation. A life based on growth instead of survival. Survival mode is exhausting. Growth mode is intentional. When you stop merely surviving pain and start using it, everything changes. You stop seeing yourself as unlucky and start seeing yourself as chosen for growth. You stop asking why life is hard and start preparing yourself to handle hard things, because the goal is not an easy life. The goal is a strong mind, a disciplined body, a focused soul, a peaceful heart. You are becoming someone who doesn't crumble under pressure, but adapts. Someone who doesn't need revenge to feel powerful. Someone who doesn't need external approval to feel worthy. Someone who knows their value even when others fail to see it. And that is dangerous, in the best way possible. Dangerous to old habits, dangerous to limitations, dangerous to excuses, dangerous to the version of you that once accepted less than you deserved. At some point, you'll realize that pain didn't ruin you. It refined you, it carved depth into your character, it gave weight to your words, it made your empathy real, it gave your strength meaning, and when you finally stand on the other side of it, you won't brag about what you went through. You'll simply walk differently, speak differently, choose differently, live differently. That's the real proof of growth. So if today feels heavy, remember this. Storms don't come to destroy you. They come to wash away what no longer serves you. What remains after the storm is who you were always meant to be. Stand up again, breathe again, try again, not because it's easy, but because you are capable. From this moment forward, promise yourself one thing. You will not waste your pain. You will use it, you will let it sharpen you, not harden you. You will let it guide you, not trap you. Turn pain into growth, turn scars into strength, turn lessons into legacy. Modify yourself, daily, intentionally, relentlessly. Because the strongest version of you is not behind you. It is being built right now.